What's up, everybody? This is your boy, the Trill Collector, man, coming to you guys for another figure review. Hey, man, I just want to say thank you guys for checking out the Super Saiyan 3 Master Release Prize D Broly figure from the Super Dragon Ball Heroes 5th Mission, Kuji. Thank you to everybody that commented, that liked the video, and also thank you to all the new subscribers that I have on the channel that I garnered in the past week or so. So shout out to you guys, man, and thank you guys for taking time out of your day to check out the content, man, and you know, watch me as I try to expand my collection back to its former glory again. So as I told you guys last video, man, Super Dragon Ball Heroes 5th Mission Kuji was my most anticipated for 2023. Reason being is because I'm a sucker for Super Saiyan 3 transformation, Super Saiyan 3 and Super Saiyan 4. It's just something about that aesthetic that really has, I have a soft spot for. I know a lot of people may not like Super Dragon Ball Heroes because it's non-canonical and it has a lot of those what if type things, scenarios that go on in the storyline. But if you watch it, man, you know, not to be taken too serious, it's really a dope show to watch. You know, it's a dope little filler. You know what I'm saying? Also, if I'm not mistaken, Super Dragon Ball Heroes is a card game, if I'm not mistaken, overseas in Japan. I know we may have a few players here in the West, but it's nowhere near as big as it is overseas, man. And that brings me to, you know, my next point. When it comes to mass release or Ichiban Kuji or Ichiban show releases of Super Dragon Ball Heroes figures. If I'm not mistaken, I think we've had maybe one or two Ichiban show release of Super Dragon Ball Heroes figures here in the West. As far as the kind of bigger ones that came out within the past 2 years, 1 or 2 years, we really haven't gotten too many. From my recollection, the only figure that we got from a Super Dragon Ball Heroes Kuji was a Super Saiyan God Vegito. And that was the one that came alongside the Super Saiyan 4 Ascended Broly, I think. It had like an Ascended Super Saiyan 4 Xeno or something, I forgot, man, so many titles. Vegito, Broly, Goku, Vegeta, and there was somebody else. But out of all of those cool figures, we only got that one Vegito figure, that Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue Vegito, I'm sorry. And that was because, in my opinion, Super Saiyan Blue transformation is really known here in the West, because it's been in, you know, the movies that's released here. It's in the manga. It's in the anime. You know, it's really known here. You know what I'm saying? And Super Saiyan 4, not so much. You know, Super Saiyan 4 to me and Super Saiyan 3 are definitely my favorite transformations, but you would have to really go, you know, back into the archives to really get into that Super Saiyan 4. And I know, in my opinion, I think what they're doing is that they're trying to cater to a younger audience here, and, you know, people that are new, you know, new into the Dragon Ball lore, they kind of go with what's being pushed more mainstream. Super Saiyan 4, you haven't seen that since GT. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that they won't make it canon with the Daima, fingers crossed. But yeah, you know, you haven't seen that since GT, and that's been since what, 95, 96, you know? So let's get into this figure review, guys. So as you guys can see, it is the price a Super Saiyan 3 Goku Black, Goku Rose from the Super Dragon Ball Heroes 5th Mission Kuji. So as you can see, it has some awesome artwork on the box, the price A lettering there, the Toei stick of authenticity, Super Dragon Ball Heroes logo there. And one thing I really like about this box is you guys are about to see. You have him with his portrait on the left, you know, just bare face Goku Black, and then you have him on the back. And then you look on the side, it has him with the mask on. So kind of like double-sided, you know what I'm saying? Which I think is pretty dope. So getting into this figure, man. Like I said, this figure definitely is is second in my from this Kuji that's like really top tier to me, man. Broly is number one. This is definitely number two. Reason being, man, is that I'm a huge Goku Black fan. Since his introduction in Super, I just like the whole, his whole arc, his whole reason for trying to gain power, and him, really not quite understanding Saiyan genetics and Saiyan DNA. But as time went on and the wiser that he grew, he understood what had to be done in order to gain that Saiyan, power that they're so, well known for throughout the universe. So get into this figure, man. This is the prize A. What I really like about it is the attention to detail, man. And I know I say that about every figure, but I am a stickler for the detail with this figure, man. As you can see, the pants here go from a purple, kind of like a purplish color there, to where his clothes that are ripped, his upper part of his uniform, you can see is torn and ripped there. I really like how they actually put the detail into the rips. I love the stance that he's in, like, all hail Goku Black kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? I think that's really, really dope. Also, as you guys can see, his portrait, his face is spot on. I think this is one of the best Goku Blacks that's out there. Besides some of like the older Kuji stuff, but in recent years, man, I think this is like one of the best. I'm being honest. The hair, I love that Super Saiyan 3 hair, man. As you guys can see, I love how the color goes from light to dark and then kind of fades back light into the tips of the hair. I think that's really dope as well. And also the shading on the skin of him, I think that's really done well. Only downside about this figure is that it shares the same as the last prize. The last prize is the exact same figure minus the mask. Here he has the white broken mask there. The LP, he has the flames on his face. That's the only thing different. I'm not a fan of the regular prize and the LP being the same, minus a slight difference. I know that's kind of the norm now, but as a collector and as someone that's been doing this a while, I feel like that's really lazy. I know I said that about the Piccolo, because it's the same thing. Prize B Piccolo, LP, it's the same. A prize Broly from Back to the Films, LP was the same figure. This Broly right here is one. Super Saiyan 4 Broly there. Then same exact figure, different shading, but then the LP for that is just dark Broly. I'm not a fan of that. So with that being said, I opted out getting the LP, simply because it's having the same figure twice. Now I know as a collector, some people be like, oh, it doesn't matter. It's the same thing. It has a slight difference, but I just can't see having the same figure twice. It has to be something a hell of a more dynamic than just a flame effect or a mask effect or something, or glittery or shiny pants. It has to be something that kind of sets it apart. So that's why I opted in getting this one here. Really, really dope figure, man. I'm being honest. Highly recommend you guys go and pick it up. Matter of fact, man, I was at my local comic book shop here at Bedrock City Comic Company here in Houston, and someone had bought like a Kuji lot, right? And they had this figure in there, and at the time of this video, Bedrock City had it for like $70. So if you're in the Houston area, man, and you're looking to get it, if it's still there, man, I highly recommend you guys go and pick it up, man. Now, as saying, that is the Japanese release, because this set will not get an Ichiban show release, so that person that sold it to him, happened to get it from overseas and, sold it to him, and that's how they ended up getting it. But Yeah, you won't see this on Big Bad Toy Store. You won't see it in GameStops or Box Lunch or any of that. You have to go to either eBay, Buy, or contact someone on Mercari that's a private seller that's able to get this figure for you. Now, price point wise, this figure is going anywhere right now from like 70 to like $100. 70 to like 80, 85 is kind of where the mid range is. If you go $100 on this figure, you're overpaying. I'm just being honest in my opinion. 70 to 80, 85, with shipping and everything, that's pretty much where you want to be when it comes to this figure. The LP, I think it's going to stay at its regular price point because once again, you have an A prize figure sharing the same. And in my experience as a collector and as someone that buys these figures, regular prize figures and LPs that share the same really don't do well when it comes to price. They kind of stay stagnant, you know what I'm saying? So if it was me, I went with the A prize. But if you want the LP, you really can't go wrong with either one. That's up to your personal preference, right? So yeah, man, that's all I got to say about this figure, man. Like I said, I think it's a really, really dope figure. I love the amount of detail. I love the primitive Saiyan look when he has his tail and all of that. I think that's really dope, man. Really, really good figure. One thing I forgot to mention, and this is the reason why I didn't take it off. The stand on this guy. This stand is one of the most annoying stands to put onto a figure. And the thing about it is that he has to have this stand on because it, kind of keeps him in his like walking forward stance. But this thing is annoying to put on. It took all about 5 or 6 minutes of me just trying to fight to put this stand on. So once you get it in, I would highly suggest that you keep it there, because you're gonna fight putting this thing together. So that's just the only gripe that I have about this figure. It's just the amount of annoyance that the stand had with it. So as always, guys, if you guys are on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, or X, hit your boy up, man, at Trill_Collector512 on Instagram, or Trill_11987 on X. To hit him up by any one of these figures, or if you guys have any questions, or if you guys just want to chop it up with your boy and talk about figures or where you can get these things from, man. So as always, man, this is your boy, the Trill Collector. As always, man, keep it trill and keep collecting. Until next time, bye.